Shalom. First and foremost, don't give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone to rule well. Peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel. All right. This lesson, I'm going to get into this article on Newsweek.com. And it says, business, there could be a financial crash before end of Trump's first term, experts say, citing looming debts. All right, and this was posted September 23rd, 2018, which was yesterday. Okay. Financial experts noted several ominous economic indicators, including skyrocketing student loans and United States household debts, that could predict a crash worse than the Great Depression, according to a report in the New York Post. Goldman Sachs predicted that this year's United States fiscal outlook would be not good, and that United States household debt had been increasing since the 2008 housing crisis led to American taxpayers bailing out the big banks. In 2018, experts said a $247 trillion global debt will be the greatest cause of the next cataclysmic financial crash. Now let's look at that word right there. I actually want to look at this up. Relating to or denoting a violent natural event. It's gonna be catastrophic. All right, it's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be the worst. It's gonna be worse than the Great Depression. Okay, and a lot of terrible things are gonna start coming to America, man. Famine, death, destruction. Okay, and if you're not on the side of Yahweh Shema Shai, you're gonna get caught up in that, man. You're gonna get caught up in the flood. All right, you have to enter that spiritual ark, and if you don't, you're going to get caught up by the floodwaters. Additionally, low wages of the United States national debt's steady rise are expected to drag down the economy. Economists downplayed recent positive indicators such as low unemployment and soaring business confidence, reiterating they wouldn't last through Trump's first term. At least one expert predicted that recent slides in housing and auto sales were the first step toward a U.S. recession. Murray Gunn, chief of global research at Elliott Wave International, told the Post, "We think the major economies are on the cusp of turning into the worst recessions we have seen in 10 years. Should the United States economy start to shrink, and our analysis suggests that it will, the high nominal levels of debt will instantly become a very big issue." Experts caution that several economic markers have gotten much worse over the past decade, especially in regard to borrowed money. The United States household debt of $13.3 trillion is now far worse than it was during its 2008 peak, due primarily to mortgage lending. Outstanding student loan debts have simultaneously increased from $611 billion of unpaid debt in 2008 to more than $1.5 trillion today. Automobile loans have far exceeded their 2008 peak, sitting at about $1.25 trillion today, and unpaid credit card balances are just as high as the years leading up to the Great Recession. Central bankers have also more than doubled global debt as they flooded national economies with cheap and easy money. In 2008, global debt sat at $177 trillion in comparison to $247 trillion today. We won't be able to call it a recession. It's going to be worse than the Great Depression. Economic commentator Peter Schiff told the Post, the United States economy is in so much worse shape than it was a decade ago. A widespread drop in spending and income means that default rates will likely worsen in coming years, which, Lord willing, there is no coming years. All right? Lord willing, there is no coming years. Lord willing, this place gets destroyed in less than a year. All right, Lord willing, we're part of the elect. Schiff also blamed the United States Federal Reserve and other central banks in part for the impending crisis. I think we are going to have a dollar crisis. You think the Turkish lira looks bad now? Wait till you see when the dollar is imploding and we have a sovereign debt crisis in the United States. Schiff told the Post. The U.S. government is going to be given a choice between defaulting on the debt or else massive runaway inflation. Okay, and also a lot of World War III things are popping off. All these prophecies are coming to pass, right? They're pushing that chip. Okay, and you need to understand that they're putting all these messages in your face, and they're not going to tell you straight up, hey, buddy, the economy is going to collapse next month. They're not going to tell you that, man. All right, you need to be watchful yourself. You need to do your own research, all right? The economy, realistically, you want to be realistic. You want the sour, bitter truth, all right? With no sprinkles on top, okay, no sugar coating. The economy can collapse any day, man. It can collapse tomorrow. It can collapse next week. It could be next month. It could be next 2 months. All right, it could be next couple weeks. All right, we don't know. But it's going to be abruptly. And another thing is, it's going to be soon. Okay, I can't tell you how soon, but it will be soon. And another thing I can tell you, it's not a matter of, well, will it happen? No. It's not a matter of that. It definitely will happen. That is inevitable. Okay? That is definitely going to happen. The economy collapse is inevitable. Okay? And extremely evident as well. But the matter of it is when. Okay? Is the mark of the beast going to be mandatory? Yes, inevitably. But the matter of is when. World War III is going to pop off and America is going to be destroyed by nuclear missiles. Is it a matter of if? No, it's a matter of when. Okay? The heathens are going to go into slavery and serve their just punishment, and the Israelites are going to be sit on top, and the earth is going to be rejoicing. Okay? But first has to come death and destruction. All right? Now, all you people, know this. Is money the root of all evil? No, it's not. The love of money is the root of all evil. So if you put your trust in money and not in Yahweh Shema Shai, prepare to be destroyed. Okay? All your money is not going to do shit for you. Okay? Only Yahweh Shema Shai can deliver you from the destruction to come. Okay? And with that, I'm going to start on my first couple precepts, which I'm, going with the Spirit. I don't have any specific place. I think there was actually... This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. All right? For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. All right? And we're not to be consumed by the world. What does it say? We use the world. We don't abuse it. Okay? 1 Corinthians 7, verse 31. And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. Okay? This world is vanity. Okay? And we're waiting for the next one to come. This is 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. The world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of Yahweh abideth forever. Okay? Let's go to Proverbs chapter 11, verse 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. Okay? Verse 28, he that trusteth in his riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch. So don't trust in your riches, man. All right? Put your trust and faith into Yahweh B'Shem Shai. All right? We gave up our lives and we gave up things to be in His truth. Okay? And now that we're seeing major prophecies pass before our eyes, and another prophecy even, the fact that a bunch of people, don't realize that this stuff is happening, that's prophecy in itself. Okay? But we need to understand that this stuff is going to come out of nowhere, man. Okay? It's not just going to be like they're going to keep giving you heads up warnings. Yeah, there's a month. And then, the economy is going to collapse, or in a couple months we're going to start war. No, we don't know that, man. All right? And they're not going to tell you that. If anything, our salvation is nearer than we believed, which is actually scriptural. But for all we know, it could be any day. Okay? If anything, the thing that they tell you is you don't have to worry about it. Or it's going to be this amount of time. They're going to completely over-exaggerate how much time is left. The days are numbered for this place, man. All right? So them saying this amount, that whatever they say, usually on articles, especially regarding stuff like this, they're always hyperbolic, all right? And they're always going to give you a number that is extremely over-exaggerated, okay? And is not even close to the truth, because the truth is the economy is not waiting for anybody, okay? Once Yahweh wants the economy to collapse and all hell to break loose, it will, okay? Nobody's going to stop the economy. Well, it's not going to collapse till 10 years from now. No, they can't control that. Okay, in case you didn't realize that. And they honestly can't really evaluate when it's going to be either, because, like I said, they don't control it. So if Yahweh wants the economy to collapse next week, you better believe it will. He created the heavens and the earth and everything in it. Okay? So obviously He can cause the economy to collapse whether they want it or not, because they think they can stop prophecy from happening, but they can't. Okay? America is going to be destroyed by nuclear ICBM missiles, which ICBM means intercontinental ballistic missile, okay? The economy can collapse anytime, any date, okay? Any day of the week, any hour of the day, any second of the minutes, man, okay? And it doesn't have to wait for anybody. So don't think that because some expert is telling you this or that, oh, well, that means that I'm all right. No, they can't control a damn thing, man. They can't control it. All right, and I really doubt that they're actually going to tell you, I really doubt that they tell you, well, yeah, it's going to collapse next week. No, they're not going to tell you that, all right? And if they do, if some person happens to tell you that, then I am fairly sure that most people won't even see that, all right? They won't even see that article. Anyways, this is Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. Spiritual, okay? For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed, okay? So, whatever you believe, you believe this or that, this is when stuff's going to happen by measuring, the time diligently. It doesn't, it very well could be way sooner than what we even believe, man. All right? We don't control it. We can't tell you this or that. All right? But we can measure the time diligently in itself. I honestly don't see this place going on much longer, man. You see? This is 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which He made. Okay? Actually, I'm going to keep reading. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. All right? Even so, the times also the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed. shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them from the beginning, sanctified them for me from the beginning. That's talking about the elect. All right. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, going into how, it's expected that they won't believe us. Verse 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. All right, and these things are growing, and they believe that they're in a good case. All right, they don't think anything's going to happen. They think they got, well, not in my lifetime, or not in the next couple years, or this and that. It could be next week. All right, and these people don't realize that, which is, that's expected. All right, most of the world isn't going to have even a slightest clue. All right, that this stuff is coming. But we do. All right, we've been given that chance to be able to prepare for these things to come, man. Not physically, but spiritually. All right, mentally, which spiritually and mentally go hand in hand. All right, we have been called to Yahweh Shema Shai, and that's what we have to do. We have to do the work, and we have to try and wake up the rest. Isaiah 55:6. Seek ye Yahweh while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And let him return unto Yahweh, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our God, for he will abundantly pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith Yahweh. All right, so, and you think Yahweh is going to wait for these devils? All right, these devils' days are numbered. All right, and Yahweh is the puppet master, man. He's going to control when stuff happens. All right, not Esau. If Yahweh wants Esau to roll on us next week, he's going to roll on us next week. All right, it's not up to Esau or the financial experts. All right. Or up to you jakes out there, man, that don't want this stuff to happen. It's not up to you. All right, it's up to Yahweh. All right, well, Yahweh Shai, specifically Yahweh. All right, he's the puppet master, and he controls what happens. All right. And it said it was going to be worse than the Great Depression. All right, and what is the main thing that they used to get out of the Great Depression? World War II. All right, they went to war. And because of that, their economy boomed, so to speak. Okay? It says Daniel chapter 12, verse 1, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the people of thy people. Salaki, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. What book? The book of life. Who's that? The elect. All right. So, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Thought there was a precept. Slovakia. Forgot how it went. There we go. This is James chapter 5, verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered. I just spelled it wrong, Salakia. And the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. All right? So, it's straightforward. All right? It says, go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. And then it goes to talk about how your riches, all right, they're corrupt. All right? Your gold and silver is cankered, and they're rusting, man. They're going to be worthless in these days to come, like it was talked about in Proverbs. All right? I think it was Proverbs 11. So you need Yahweh Shema Shai, not money. All right. So, this is the prophecy. And I believe that this prophecy, these prophecies, when they kick off, because the World War III is definitely here. And another thing is this false flag chemical attack that they are setting up is, still here. Like they're still, working on that. So once that kicks off, if that kicks off World War III, which Lord willing it does, I believe that it will be a domino effect or a chain reaction of events. Okay, I think from there a lot of other things are going to click. All right, the domino is going to fall and it's going to tip over other ones. All right. So, because this stuff can only build for so long. You can only fill a cup so far up with water, and then eventually it's going to overflow. You can't just fill it up forever. All right, and all of these prophecies and all of these tensions we can see are clearly, bringing us to the destruction of America and the redemption of the elect through Yahweh using his son Yahweh Shai. So through Yahweh Shai and the angels, gathering them from the four winds. I'm going to close it out with this precept. All right. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. All right, so we have to endure. We have to have faith, trust in Yahweh Shema Shai. And Lord willing, we're a part of the elect. All right, Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, Yahweh being the name of the Father, and Yahweh Shai being the name of the Son. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, rule well. Peace and blessing, salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel. All right, and Mawaf Lababal.